All right. Welcome to the Fight Life Nation podcast. Hello, we are here with Matthew Ingram.
Sir,
Tell us, Matt. How long have you been fighting?
I've been fighting for around 4.5 years.
All right, and you started with striking, right?
Yes.
That's awesome, man. Before that's what I'm really into striking. Like I love MMA, but I work with the company called Fighters Rep. We do kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a show. I take pictures with I took photos for WCK. I like striking. I like MMA. I like it all, but I'm heavy into it. So before we get into striking, because I know you got a fight coming up, it's a striking fight, right? Muay Thai.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before we get into that, do you need to get your phone or something?
Oh no, my
Okay.
nieces, my nieces are crying.
No worries, big dog. Before we get into that, I want to talk about your fight that you just had at Knockout Promotions, man. What was your experience like dealing with them?
It was cool. Like that's my coach's promotion.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. You're from that gym, right?
Yeah,
What gym is that?
body shop.
Body Scene. Okay.
Yeah, team body shop. Yeah, so the camp was really good, and everything was going smooth. I was in really good shape, and I was supposed to fight a striker. I was supposed to fight
Okay.
his teammate.
Okay.
And then I thought I'm from Muay Thai, so you get a day you cut weight the day before the weigh-ins are the day before.
Yeah, it's the day
So
before. It's not
then
the day of.
I'm cutting the weight, right? I'm still a little heavy. I'm like 147 at the time, and we're like a week, 2 weeks away. And then my coach informs me, yeah, it's same day weigh-in since you're amateurs. And I'm like, what? I'm not cutting at 132 same day. That's not happening. So then
Right.
I texted the promoter like I can't make 132. Can he do it at 135? And he was like,
Right.
"Oh, I'll text him." He was kind of mad, but he just texted him. Anyway, he was like, "Well, he's only 136, 137, but he'll take it." So I'm like, "All right, cool." All right, so we're a week out. I'm like, "All right, I'm supposed to fight this dude named Chun something, his teammate. His teammate was
Right.
like the first fight. I was supposed to fight him. I was going to knock him out because he doesn't have wrestling and none of that.
Okay.
And I was like, my striking's up here, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to take him out easily. He had like a couple Muay Thai fights. I have way
Right.
less experience. So I was like, I'm gonna run through him. So I was excited about my first fight. I was gonna fight a striker because I've only been doing MMA for like 6 months.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then I was supposed to fight his teammate, and then 3 days before, the promoter says, "Oh, he didn't want to fight you at 135. He wants to fight at 132. Like it's a big deal. Like you could just walk
Right.
in
Three
there, not
pounds.
cut
Yeah.
weight, and then try to beat me up. Like that's better for you. I cut like 10 pounds same
Right.
day. Like just walk. If you believe yourself, walk in, come fight me. You're gonna be healthy and high graded as you could be. I'm not even that big. He's the same
Right.
size as me. I seen him at the fights. He just didn't want to lose.
Right. There's a fighter. I'm trying to think off his name. He just had his pro debut, but Christopher Cruz. Yeah, it's Christopher Cruz, the Constrictor Cruz. Fights out of CMMA, and I talked to him not too long ago. He fights out of Black House, I think, but he told me the reason that he would struggle with same day weigh-ins because he's naturally like he wants to fight at like 125, but the problem is if it's same day he can't make that weight. So he would try to go there because that's the weight he wants to fight at, and then because it's same day weigh-in, it's like a pain in the ass. It's like so he has to fight higher up in weight, and it would mess him up. But that's the way Camo does their business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that till then.
Yeah,
But
it's a nice learning experience.
yeah, and I was like 35. I can make it because I was dieting. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. But usually I'm used to making 35, and I have the night before, so it's like
Well,
it's safer.
what was it? What was the final result? Did you end up losing by decision in that fight?
Yeah, I lost by decision, but I dropped him for sure in the first round. Like dropped him hard. So I thought I was
Right,
10-8, and I thought I was up. And then he won the second round, and the third round was pretty close because there's no action in the third round.
right.
So I was
I
like,
remember. I remember the second round. You got caught in like a triangle, and it looked like he's gonna win by submission or by you just going out because he had it looked like it was tight.
it
But
was pretty tight, but it's like that don't matter. Like I come from a
no, yeah,
weight,
you got out of it.
yeah, that doesn't matter. Like you, I'm not tapping to a dude that I just dropped on his face.
Right.
Like I come from Muay Thai. There's no quit. Like I never seen I seen fighters who wanted to quit and their coach would not let them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they'd
There's
make
some
them
there's
they'd
some
make
brutal
them thug it
fights.
out to like the final round, and they'll be happy because they didn't get knocked out. But I've seen, I don't want to do it no more. And the coach like pretending to hear him because it's a warrior sport. Like, it's where I come from. So I'm like, I wasn't really worried about too much of the wrestling because I prepared for it. But when I was prepared for a striker, so I was just prepared like to for slow, like a different type of grappler.
Right.
And then they threw him in there 3 days before, and I'm like, me and my coach
Yeah,
are
you're
like,
not
I'm in
ready.
great shape. It don't matter who it is.
Right. Well, it's a good learning experience too, right? Because
Yeah. So
I, I don't think MMA, like not MMA, but amateurs, I don't think it's as big a deal with the record. Like you can care about your record. I'm not saying don't care. No one wants to lose, but I mean you're getting in there, you're getting experience. Now you know what it's like to deal with someone who grapples heavy. So your next fight, maybe you'll be a little bit more ready for that.
oh
And
yeah, I've already made some good adjustments. So
yeah,
I'm gonna do this Muay Thai fight, and I'll probably take a boxing fight, and then I'll do the next knockout show after this upcoming one.
okay, yeah, because they got one going on in March, right?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get this grab. I'm already getting better on getting up, and then my takedown defense is getting way better because I've been doing a lot of wrestling.
Okay,
So now, like,
so no, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
after seeing like how it works live in a fight, because I was sprawling, like I was doing good stuff, but when I was sprawling, I was trying to hit him instead of getting my underhooks, like just little
Right.
things. Like I was never in any danger when he was choking me. I was just like, all right, chances are I'm gonna squeeze my neck, like I'm gonna squeeze my own neck to like create space, and then he's gonna get tired before I go to sleep. So
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't in any danger. And then when he was on top of me, he was trying to hit me hard. I was just grabbing his wrist. I was like, I just got to work on like better positioning so it doesn't look so bad. Because I never felt in danger or nothing. I was only tired when he started choking me because I couldn't breathe. Like
Right.
cutting, everything was there. The striking was there. Now I'm just working on moving. Like I'm a hit and move, move, hit, move, hit, move. And
So
it's
so
like,
what I was gonna ask is if all things were equal, would you just stick to striking? Like if the pay to become a pro Muay Thai or kickboxer was the
yeah,
same, would you stick to that?
yeah, for sure. Because Muay Thai, I love Muay Thai forever. Like forever.
Yeah.
I'll always fight Muay Thai no matter what. But the
I,
pay's just not there. Like
yeah.
originally, I wanted to move to Thailand and just live because it's cheap out there. But it's like if I want to like feed my family and do all this other stuff, I got to make more money.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if there's this guy when I first started taking pictures because that's what I do. I'm a photographer normally. I sent you your pics. Um, there's this guy. I think on Instagram he goes by the name Clinch Pics, and I went to a show and he told me that he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna move to." This was like maybe like 5 years ago. He goes, "I'm gonna move to Thailand," and I go, "Oh, you got a job over there or something?" He's like, "No, I'm just gonna move to Thailand and train." Train and take pictures and like do try and live off over there
Yeah,
and learn to train. And he just barely, I seen him again. I don't know how long ago he came back, but he's back in the U.S. And I asked him about it because like we met up again at another show, and I was just like, yeah, how was it? He's like, yeah, dude, it was awesome. Like it was an experience for him. But yeah, like there's probably not a whole bunch of money in doing that. But
yeah. But like, yeah, striking. Nobody wants to see wrestling or grappling that much. Like, it's cool. Like winning. Like, yeah, of course you choke someone out or get a flying armbar. People be like, oh, that's cool. But literally, people want to be entertained.
right.
So it's
See, that's
like
what. No,
like
no, no.
MMA fighters, they like I don't know what the deal is. Like they all seem kind of generic. Like they don't say much at the press conferences, and then they go in the fight and get scared and just try to wrestle.
Yeah, I hear you there. Well, what do you think it is? Why do you think kickboxing and Muay Thai isn't more popular? Like I watch boxing. I used to be a boxing fan. I'm not as much anymore. But like I used to watch like a guy named Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. I used to like watching
Vargas,
Pacquiao. Yeah, Vargas. I used to watch De La Hoya. I used to like especially like these younger like when I was younger these Mexican fighters that were like featherweights. They were just like slugging it out. Marquez, there were just a lot of good fighters at that weight that were just like they would slug it out
Cotto.
and yeah, Cotto is a great fighter. And then you go to Muay Thai and Muay Thai is just as exciting as any of those fights. I go to a Muay Thai fight like the big one that I know is WCK. That's the one I've been to,
I fought
and
Cotto a couple of times.
their shows are exciting, man. I went to three now. I went to one in July, one in September, and then one in December. and all of them were
September.
okay. You fought at that one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Then I probably have pictures somewhere of you. Was it
Okay.
in San Diego or was it here?
Burbank.
Was it in Burbank? Then yeah, I probably. You know what? No, now that I think about it, I think I lost those pics. Damn, so I would have pulled them up. But no, yeah, because I went to that one. I really like their show. I just think they're exciting. I think I like Fighters Rep where I work. I take pictures for George Francis. He's kickboxing. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that's a
I know
great.
George. He's been on my Instagram live a couple of times. He's really cool. I was supposed to
Yeah,
fight for him a couple times, but COVID and it fell out. But I'm
yeah.
gonna hit him up. I think I might want to get on the next show. I've seen his last show. My boy Dave Pacheco. He beat him.
Oh man, tell me about David Pacheco. Do you train with them or what?
Yeah, that's my sparring partner. That's my homie.
Dude, that guy's a badass, man.
Definitely,
Uh,
for sure.
he has so much power. I went like the first time I ever met David, and he probably barely knows me because I don't interact with him that much. I'm a shy guy. I got like social anxiety issues when it comes to like meeting new people.
Yeah, I know.
Uh, so so yeah, like for just real quick to show you how anxiety is. I had your photos and I was gonna tell you about them. Like, hey, hit me up when we got in the car at the same time. You got in your car and I got in my car when we were leaving the Knockout Promotion show.
Yeah.
And like I'm no good at freaking talking to people.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Blackbeard Kickboxing, and the first time was I want to say it was October. It was before David's first fight with Fighters Rep, and he looked like I don't want to say he looked fat, but because he wasn't, he was in shape, but he just didn't look like. I was like, this is a guy who's gonna be the main guy. Like this is the
He
main
looked
main
all
event
like
fighter.
ripped up. Yeah, he didn't look all
Yeah,
like
like
mean. Yeah, I know what you
he had big arms, but it just was like I don't know about that, you know. And then he was wearing kind of like baggy clothes, and in the picture he had like a shaved head, but or like a fade. But in now because it's not COVID anymore and he hasn't been fighting, I guess it's all grown out. He hasn't taken a new picture, so I was just kind of like, really, like, all right, whatever. Then dude, that fight was fire, and I see why he's the main event. I mean, just the power he possesses in his hands. Because when he got knocked down that fight, I thought he was out cold, man. I was like, dude, he got up. I was actually for Fighters Rep. He lets me shoot on the ring. I'm actually on top of the ring, and I shoot from there. So you get really awesome shots. I
Oh
saw
yeah.
David's eyes. I saw David's eyes, and they were empty. They were like, oh, this guy's done. You know, it's over. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't like a snap of his fingers because like his opponent still fought him really well, but David just came back and just he was like a zombie. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, he's a real tough. He's a real tough fighter. You got to put him out, or he's a
Oh
little
man,
bad.
man,
I
he's a
thought he won his
star.
last fight because he dropped the guy, and he almost dropped him
Yes,
twice. I don't know what the
yeah,
judges were talking about that fight.
yeah, it's hard for me because like I photographed that fight too, and it's hard for me to score
Oh, taking
when I'm
pictures.
fighting. Yeah, because all you're looking for as a photographer, you're not really trying to figure out how the fight's going. You're looking for when's the next guy going to throw a punch because you're trying to look.
Timing.
So
Yeah.
like when they load up and then I got to snap that, and especially because my camera doesn't take a bunch of pictures in a row. It only takes like I think it's like 6 per second, which sounds like a lot, but it's just enough that you missed the punch. Like you
Oh,
see when the arm's here and you see when the arm's there, but you
yeah.
miss that
The
impact.
connection. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you're not really looking to try to score. The one thing I can say though is yeah, when he hurt Diego when he knocked him down, he hurt him pretty good. And then uh I think because he was bloody, because of the headbutts, he did get headbutted. That's why he was bloody. It wasn't because of punches. It was some headbutts, and he was complaining. He told the ref, he was like, hey, "You got to call those." I think judges can tend to score the blood because I would say I watched it back, and there was a lot of close rounds. I mean, you can say one guy was busier. I would say David definitely hurt with every punch he throws. He hurt him more. You know, like he hits really hard. I know when I was there, they were in my corner. That guy throws so hard that it's like holy, you know, like you don't even want to be near those punches. They're so hard. I'm worried that he's gonna slip, miss, and hit my camera and hit me in the face or something. I was like, oh man, I back away. But yeah, I'm a David fan. Sorry to go off on that, dude. I'm a
Yeah.
big
No,
fan of
David's cool.
David.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, yeah. So that's Fighters Rep, and And like you say, like yeah, I really think I recommend you getting in touch with George. Uh, I know he has a lot of guys at that weight, at that 132, 135, 130 weight. There's a lot of guys that we have that fight that they fight for every organization.
I fought his old champion before, and I think I definitely won the fight, but the judge gave it to him.
Okay,
But I
which
beat
guy was that?
Dane.
Dane Turney?
Yeah,
Yeah, Dane's a cool guy. I like Dane. I saw the picture. You have that picture on your Instagram, right? Of you fighting
yeah,
Dane.
yeah,
Yeah, I was like that looks like Dane. I don't know,
yeah. No,
but
yeah. He was like, I was like 18.
okay.
It was my first title fight. Had a whole bunch of people there. I
Well,
actually fought 3 times in that month. I fought him. I fought that title fight and fought 2 other people. I won all the
uh,
other fights and lost to him, but I think I beat him too.
okay, I can tell you 100%, and this might not be a popular thing for me to say. I don't think I'll get in trouble for saying it, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. Just like you guys are amateurs, like when you go to those, especially I know in Camo, especially at the Knockout show, at the Knockout Promotions, they're amateur officials. Like a lot of them are just training, they're just learning. They're not pros. So like as far as like scoring fights, so they would be there scoring the fight, and then they had like a coach, like one of the guys with experience. Why'd you score it that way that round? Why'd you score it that way that round? And so like the main event of that knockout promotions fight, the last fight, like I thought the guy got it dead wrong. The one with
You
the
think the Mexican guy won or the black guy?
I thought the black guy won.
Me too. He dropped him like
Yeah,
twice on his face,
I
bad.
I I love Jordan. Jordan's the guy with the long hair and the
Yeah,
braids.
he was
He
really good, but he got
yeah
dropped
he
twice.
he's a good dude. I love him. I thought he lost that fight. I don't even think it was that close. I understand
The
he
first round, I think he got it because he took him down. But after,
right.
like, I was watching it live, it's like the black guy did way more damage than he did.
Yeah, I thought Jordan did good on the takedowns, but then I don't think he has very good striking, which is weird because he comes from a really good striking gym. He comes from Saxon Muay Thai. Yeah, but unfortunately for him, like I mean, he got a draw, but I mean, I think I gave it to the other guy, but it's the same thing. I can't really score. Don't hold me to any of my scores. Yeah, I'm not paying. I'm just not paying enough attention. I just noticed because one thing that Jordan told me, he goes, "Oh, I got 5 takedowns," and I was like, "Yeah, but like he rocked you." And then every time you guys did exchange, he would win the exchanges. But I mean, it's kind of like, how do you want to score a fight? Do you think that the takedowns should score if you don't do a lot of damage? I don't know. That's the only thing about MMA that's hard for me. Like I'm with you. I like striking. I like when they stand and bang. It's cool if you're like Khabib and you take people down and you smash people. But when you're just taking them down and holding them, it's hard to say that that's like, yeah, he won the fight. Because like in a real life, did you win that fight? Like if you're in a fight with somebody and all they do is hold you down, do you walk away and say like, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the last dude I fought, like, bro, I just took the fight with you because I didn't know you, and he said that you just did a little bit of jiu-jitsu. You didn't mention you had, like, that much wrestling.
Okay,
Like, I
yeah.
was supposed to fight your friend, and he's supposed to be a striker, and then he doesn't want to fight me, even though we're the same size. 3 days before, he wants to fight a dude 3 pounds smaller.
Yeah.
Like,
Who
2 days
who
before, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll fight. We have the guy, your friend. He'll fight you." Like, I wasn't
who?
trained to fight him.
Right. Who handles that? Is that your coach that goes through that, or is that
My coach
you?
doesn't match make. I don't know, a guy named Tracy does, but like, it's
Okay.
not. I didn't have to take it, but it's like I'm in shape. 3 days, I already sold tickets. It's not a big deal. Like,
Okay. Yeah. No. No. I
and
got you there.
it's like I don't fight with shin guards. I didn't even bring shin guards. I had some dudes. I had my teammates shin guards, and they were thick as hell. I
Okay.
didn't. I
So
would have brought the little
you weren't
taekwondo
ready for
guys.
that.
Yeah, no, I don't fight with shin guards. I don't. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I can understand how wearing something that you're not used to wearing would throw you off. I know in the striking, a lot of guys when they got to throw on the headgear, that throws them off.
Yeah, no,
This guy that
I
No, I
didn't
was
know
just
that.
gonna say, yeah, this guy that recently fought on Friday, I felt like his headgear was hurting him because I don't think he had proper headgear, and it was like it was coming down on his face, and he had to look up to kind of strike. And yeah, it probably didn't impair him that much, but I just think it's something that you shouldn't have to deal with.
Yeah, if
You
you
know?
know you're fighting with headgear, that's the thing though. you have to train like that. Like I
Yeah.
was like, the shin guards didn't matter. Like I kicked them, you could hear just with the shin guards or not. So it's like it don't matter to me. I just don't think he won the fight. Like, I'm not tripping because like I learned from a win, I learned from a loss. But what did I lose? I put him down on his ass. He was terrified to be even near me when the fight was starting. He was I seen him terrified. He was just trying to grab my nuts, and I was just like trying to defend the whole time. And I was trying to hit him. I was like, if I could elbow, I'd have finished the fight from the bottom.
Right.
With the elbow pads on, I would split everything open.
Yeah.
But it's
No.
like
Yeah.
elbow, and I like my coach told me like week 4, no, there's no elbows in amateurs. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Yeah. That's the
I
only thing
kept
that
throwing knee on
sucks.
his way in because they told us I'll get fined if I knock him out with a flying knee or something as he tries to take me down. I'm like,
You
all
can't
right.
knee to the head.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, I'm not gonna try to if he tries to come in and he's shooting super low, so I can't say I try to knee him in the body when he's shooting that low. They're gonna fine me.
Right.
All right, they told us 20 times not to knee in the face. So it's like I have no excuse if he ran in and I timed it right and knocked him out with a knee. So I'm not gonna throw that.
Right.
So
That's
like my
something you wouldn't
striker
have to
was
worry
limited.
about in the
Yeah,
pro.
my striker was limited, but I still put him down with the punches. And then like he didn't want to fight. He just wanted to try to hold me down. So it's like whatever. They gave it to him. Not a problem. I'll be back.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, no, everything's good, like you say. And now you're gonna go fight. You're gonna fight March 12th in San Bernardino, right?
Yes,
With
sir.
Roy Engelbert Promotions. What?
Engelbert. Yeah, Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you never been to one of his shows, like Fight Club OC?
My teammate Curtis just fought for them. He just knocked some guy. He did real good.
Okay, well, it's not Curtis Millender, right?
Uh, I don't know.
What is Curtis Millender? What's Curtis's last name? Your teammate?
Curtis.
Is he a big black guy?
Yep.
Like a tall black guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he just fought for him. Yeah, he did a boxing match, right?
Yeah, he did good. He finished him.
Yeah, he's a badass. He matchmakes with the True Promotions.
Yeah,
He's their matchmaker. No, Roy puts on really good shows. That promotion company, they did when I first started covering fights. I went to one at the Queen Mary, and then I went to one at the Coliseum, and they did them both on the outside of the venue, and they're well produced, man. I bet you're really gonna like this show.
Yeah.
Like what I like about knockouts is it feels like you're underground, like it's like a not like a street fight, but yeah, like a fight club. And Roy's real different. Roy's gonna feel like you're at the
Yeah, I heard it's a classy show. Really nice.
yeah. It's gonna feel like you're at a major event.
Yeah, I'm betting that too, so I'm pretty excited.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's cool.
How many fights do you have in Muay Thai?
Like I don't know, 17, 19.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's why you're gonna fight. That's why. Yeah, when you said you fought Dane Turney, I know Dane's been fighting for a while. So wow, you got a lot of fights. And you just never wanted to go pro.
I only did Muay Thai, but as I did Muay Thai, I got good at boxing. So I'm gonna try to venture off into boxing because I have good hands.
Right.
And like MMA is where the money's at. Like at first, I don't know if it's where everyone who starts Muay Thai falls in love with it, and you just want to fight Muay Thai. Like,
right.
It's the best. But then it's like I got older. Like I started when I was 16, 15, and it's like got older, got good, and it's like I want to make money doing this.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Do you know how people can purchase tickets to see your fight?
I have tickets on me. You can Venmo me or Cash App me, or just come through the gym. I'll have them over there.
Okay, I'll leave your Instagram handle in the description of the video. So if anyone wants to Venmo you, so you can go watch the fights, I highly recommend the Roy Engelbrecht show. It's actually I'm not. I'm gonna be at the Spar Star show. It's the same day. I just have a really good relationship with them. Roy, he's a dope promoter, but sometimes he doesn't allow that many outside media. It depends. Like the hangar, like where Curtis fought, they don't have any outside media. He has his own photographer guy, and like what he told me is there's just not enough room. He sells. I think it's gonna happen at this show too. I think he sells seats right up on the mat, like how Knockout Promotions did, where like if you seen their ring, they had tables right up on the mat where people can sit. I think they're gonna do the same thing. So when they do that, there's not a lot of room for extra photographers. So that's how come I can't make it out there. Otherwise, I would because he's a dope promoter, and I'm sure it's gonna be a dope ass show.
Yeah.
It's just not one I can go to. But yeah, man, I would highly recommend buy your tickets. Go see Matthew fight. You can reach him. I'll leave the Instagram handle. It's Mateo the Great, right?
Yes, sir.
Mateo the Great on Instagram. I'll leave it for sure. Thank you, Mateo, for coming on, man. I really appreciate this. I look forward to seeing your fight. I know Roy puts them out. You'll be able to watch a really cool video of your fights. He does really good production. You'll like it, man. Good luck.